Hi everyone, it's B.Chavez from Evil Genius Sports Performance. I'd like to welcome you back to another EvilGSP video blog. And today's blog is going to be a continuation of something I started recently, and that is the transition from a print media to a video media for the EvilGSP book and product review. And today's one, it's kind of a two-part one. A book that I really wanted to cover a long time ago, and I just kind of didn't because the print thing had lost traction, and I just kind of lost my steam and ambition to do print product and book reviews, and so I just kind of didn't, and that's to my detriment because it's a really good piece. And then to continue that story, then there's a kind of a part two to that same piece that's also really good. So I'm going to cover both of them here. So the first of that item is Matt Vincent's Training Lab. Came across this, I don't know, about a year ago. It's back when I should have covered it, and I didn't. Those of you that know me know that kind of got, even though I personally have zero talent and zero ability in the world of actual athletics and sports, I got my start intellectually in my training strategies and even drug and nutrition strategies, mostly from track and field. The college I went to was very big with that, so it was kind of where all the energies and intensities of thought went. And so the reason I'm bringing all this up is Mr. Vincent, Matt Vincent, was a very accomplished college thrower, and then parlayed that later into powerlifting, strongman, and then ultimately where he landed, which is Highland Games, which is very throwing based, and he's been very successful, world champion, excellent guy. Definitely, before I get into the book review, I'll put his website and what have you in the description of this video. You should definitely check him out. Great guy, great athlete, and as I'm going to cover, great products. So, I came across this in a friend of mine's book collection, Matt Vincent's Training Lab, and was immediately taken by the title, so I cracked it open, and just a wonderful, wonderful piece of work. And I say this not in any besmirchment. Super basic, incredibly fundamental, literally how to lift weights and how to organize that into days, weeks, and 8-10 week blocks. It's simple, fundamental block periodization. This original book, The Training Lab, is really targeted as strength training for throwing. So it's fundamental exercises, fundamental formatting of those exercises, and then the fundamental transition from those exercises into a competitive season, how to maintain your strength during a competitive season, and then postseason. It's super basic, super effective, and quite literally, I don't say this lightly, quite literally, if you are a high school or college athlete, you need to own this book, okay? This is how athletics are done. Albeit, this is very fundamental and very basic, but this is how it begins. If you haven't started here, you're probably doing it wrong, okay? I have no vested interest in this. This is just, I just picked it up, read it, a light bulb went off, I went, aha, that's a book, that's what we need. So, super excellent, fundamental, covers things like why, how to calculate your max. Incredibly important, fundamental, yet people mess it up all the time. How to calculate your percentages off of that max. Why submaximal training is your bread and butter. It's your basic progress-producing training. So really, really good fundamental stuff. So Matt Vincent Training Lab, must have. So because of that book, I got a little more interested in Matt, started following his website, following his Twitter, and found, new publication coming. So I immediately, as soon as it was available, I grabbed one, and here we have Matt Vincent's Strength Lab. Okay, as the title indicates, it's a little less targeted toward throwing, and it's a little more just strength training in general, which is a very, very good thing. Very good thing. Again, like its predecessor, it's very fundamental, very basic. The information is, and that is not a negative. That is very positive. Most people are looking for something to take them to the next level, and the reality is they haven't gotten any level. They need the basics. That's what this is, okay? Covers all the really basic to basic intermediate stuff. How to squat and deadlift, how to overhead press, obviously. Yes, he covers that. How to arrange your block periodization. high volume, 10 sets of 10, that sort of thing, tapering it down, transitioning from, volume, almost a bodybuilding-esque kind of volume, to a base strength power, to an explosive power. Covers jumps, covers how to integrate all of that together. Very, very good basic information. Covers a little psychology, covers a little strategy. It's a great piece. So, very, very positive on the information, very, very positive on Matt and his style and strategy. Good stuff. Something I will say, and this is just me being a little petty, but I try to be as honest and fair as I can. I personally am a book guy. I love books. I have a collection of hundreds of volumes. Okay, this first one, wonderful piece. It's a little thin, but it's what it is. He covered the information he needed to, and nothing more. Very handsome, durable, flexible cover, but glossy, nice, durable, good quality. Okay, its predecessor, a little less so. Okay, very nice. This is kind of Matt's new signature style, this black and white, almost tattoo-y looking, and I'm very comfortable with that. It's nice. Cover's a little less substantial, a little less glossy. I would not venture to say cheap, but it's not as nice and as substantial. This is a magazine, a good magazine. This, to me, is a book. So I will say that, and I say that with a certain grain of sand. I'm in business as well. I understand that the information is the coin, not really the volume. I get that, but I also am a book nut and will mention that. Outside of that, I can say with absolute honesty to my clients, I recommend these as part of one's library. These are great pieces, okay? I hope that Matt puts out more in the future. I think he's got a lot more to offer, but really, really great. If you are an aspiring strength athlete, God forbid if you're an aspiring thrower, you need to own these. This is good stuff. As well as check out Matt's site. A lot of interesting stuff, a lot of news on the throwing world, Highland Games, all of that. Man's very well connected. He's got some clever products, some coffee, which, I'm sitting here, coffee, good stuff. So, very much strongly suggest you run out and grab yourself a copy of Training Lab and Strength Lab. Not every book will I be so super positive on, but these are definitely that. Good stuff. I'm a little jealous. I kind of almost wish I had written something like this, but since I didn't, this is probably the best you can do right now. Okay, super fundamental, super straightforward, fail safe, effective. I would not hesitate to recommend somebody just cracking this open and playing it by the numbers. You will make progress. You will probably not get hurt. Really great idea. So there you are, EvilGSP book and product review, Matty Vincent's Training Lab and Strength Lab. Until next time, B.Chavez, Evil Genius Sports Performance. Stay strong.